buy them, so they pay us at the beginning of the season, a set fee, and then for 20 weeks of the summer and 20 weeks of the winter, they get weekly deliveries to their towns, Guelph or Hanover, of our crops.
This business for about 20 years now. I started in the catering business out of my own home, and it grew so much that I had to expand to a place like this that would be accessible to retail. Plus, I could offer catering. That food goes out the back door other than the front door. My goal always is to provide good food and healthy food and food with not a lot of preservatives in it. And people, the homemade food that Grandma used to have. We try to provide good food when it's done local and when it's fresh and it's the season.
In a buying club scenario, if you're going to have, which is I think a great menu for things like pickles and preserves and processed local foods, which, you know, everyone is always telling us, oh, you should preserve and sell those. And you're just like,
That's another whole thing.
Yes, I should, but I should also farm. Which one should I do? You know, all these relationships with like local producers, where and then your products are guaranteed sold through the buying club. Maybe, I don't know if that would increase the ability for you to use the local products. You know what I mean? So if you were definitely going to get our pickles or your brother's pickles, or and definitely going to get our this product, that product, and make it into preserves. So your line of, let's say, canned tomatoes, and it was like pretty much guaranteed to be sold through the buying club. Like, would that make it more viable than, like, if you're farming, you can't preserve unless.
That's with me. I can't go up there and produce the food. Do you not have a big garden? Do you not?
Yeah. Why don't you grow the food and run the restaurant?
I can't do that.
Yeah. It's just not possible.
Some of our friends who are growing for CSA will buy in a certain amount of product, like 10%, from other farmers and move it through their CSA. So they'll charge a little bit more for the CSA, but they'll have a more diverse thing. And we've done that a little bit in the past, and the problem was always that we couldn't count on quality coming from, because it wasn't from our farm, and everything that was from our farm goes through our hands, and it doesn't go to the customer unless it's good quality or as high as we want it to be. So when we were getting it, so that's one of the things I think would be hard, or one of the things that would be a challenge with many farmers working with one clientele, is that you all have to agree on a level of quality. They get connected to a farmer, they're really happy about it. They're really happy about the fact that they know when it hasn't rained for a little while, they know about it because they come to and they talk to you when they get their stuff, and they talk about it, and they talk about what your issues, like as a farmer, where, so it's really good connecting the consumers with where their food's coming from, and their kids know that lettuce comes out of the ground, and they know that all the issues that are at hand from a farmer's point of view. So having whoever it is who's administering the buying club be a farmer, or be someone who's so well connected to the farming community that they're able to express all those things that are going on, I think is really key to it being a success.
I think it's knowing that you have a sale for your product, that you can depend on that. Say if I know that I have to make 50 pies today, that they will be sold, other than here, I guess, okay, if I made 50 pies, am I going to sell 10 or am I going to sell 49? I don't know that. If you had a buying club that would be ordering stuff, it would be a guaranteed thing.
That's the big thing for us, is that, you know, if you're throwing out half of your lettuce every week, how can you be making that business pay? You bought that seed, you irrigated, you cultivated, you did everything, but you're throwing half of it out, and you're not going to under-harvest. You're not going to only take half to market, because what if you could sell more? So you're going to harvest all of that, and then you're going to take home half of it every single week, and that adds up. And so with the CSA, you know exactly how much to plant, so exactly how much seed to buy, how much ground to work, how much compost to put on, how much to harvest. All that labor, all that resources is only as much. You're going to get money for each unit that you put in it. So yeah, buying club would be very, it's great that way, I would think.
It would be a link between producers producers and small processors and the community, I think that's beneficial. It also creates a market for everyone's products and creates like a space for relationships.
I think that our regulatory system and the kind of agriculture and the kind of food system that we maybe that are sitting here want to see are really far apart right now, and they will. I think that the more people see the value in what we're doing, the more they'll want to have a regulatory system which reflects that. Food education in all of this is huge.
Why I came here in the first place was because the health department didn't like me preparing food out of my farm kitchen.
Yeah.
Which now it is monitored and it's here, and they can come in any time and check my kitchen over and see if it's all food safe. Now there's all these things with people with allergies, the glucose and the wheat allergies, the peanut allergies. It's very difficult to provide food for people that have any kind of allergies at all.
I think the regulation about not selling, preserves and baked goods like from farmers markets and church kitchens, well, people were upset about that because it didn't make any sense and it impacted their, community lives, and so they just didn't want that. Meanwhile, when they start making, laws that then subsequently cause all the small abattoirs to shut down, well, people will start to feel that. Right now, they don't feel it as much because they're still so distant from it, but when they are asking for a product and they just can't have it, then they're going to be like, oh, why? Because there's no more abattoirs, and so you can't have that,
What you have been listening to in the last 2 videotape sessions is a simple discussion between 3 diverse sectors of the local food system in and around Bruce County. They have come together actually to discuss what opportunities might be available through the local food buying club structure. We hope that you'll join us as we chronicle their activities and their movement towards sustainable agriculture. Thank you. I'm Lynn Taylor, and this is the Sustainable Local Food Certificate Program, St. Lawrence College. Good night.